drive through the woods on a three-wheeler to a guy named Keith Yancey's house. And every Sunday we watched a NASCAR race and talked about racing. And I'd stand outside with them, we'd listen to it on the radio. Actually, the other men watched it in the house. We'd sit outside and drink beer and listen to the NASCAR race. And then we'd watch Sports South on Thursday nights and watch some dirt track racing too. So I fell in love with racing. At that time, Mr. Danny was a good friend to me and a good friend to a lot of people. He wanted, his vision was to have this and it be the showplace of Alabama, and us to have a place that would be his legacy once he passed. So he had liver cancer, as many of you know. He's been battling that, and so that's what finally, he's come to. We'll bury him tomorrow in Graceville, Florida, where his family is from. He's a very stoic man, very kind, a little bit hard to get to know because he was careful of who he allowed to be a friend or who he allowed to consider. If you were his friend, you were honored because he took a lot of time to get to know you. So I feel honored that he was my friend. So we'll move on from there. With that being said, for Mr. Danny, everybody keep the Carswell family in your prayers, please. I want to thank all the sponsors that helped this year. Several folks in the building are here. The Gentry's whole family, Mr. Oliver, Olivia, Jenna, they go out of their way to help the racing community, not at Penton, but everywhere they go. They're just kind people, and they do their part to help us all be able to do this. I'd like y'all to give that family a round of applause, please. I'd also like to thank Power Builders Group. That was Mr. Danny's company. They put all the lights in at the track at no cost. So Power Builders Group was Mr. Carswell's company that built substations throughout the Southeast. So I'd like to thank them. Fancy Paws, Edge Propane, Southern Real Estate, which is Olivia's company, Gentry's Used Parts, which is Oliver's company, and CSR, Mr. Clint Smith. Appreciate everything he's done. Dodge and Logging, Mr. Bodine from over there at Lafayette. He loves racing. His son was a racer and he passed, so he continues to support the track. Hunter Ben Realty, Miss Crystal Barnes, you see her at the gate on Friday nights taking tickets and helping. We appreciate everything her and Chase done. They've worked all year, wouldn't take a dime's pay, and I really appreciate their friendship and helping the racetrack to succeed. Robertson Sons Aluminum out of Noonan, Sweet Victory Apparel, Miss Jenna. I guess she's not a Gentry anymore, but she's still a Gentry, but that's not her last name anymore. I apologize. Extreme Towing and Recovery, Mr. Calvin Pike, he gave a good bit of money throughout the season, and he does to a lot of teams. So we appreciate Mr. Pike's input at the track and helping us. He was the predecessor. He got the track back going and before we came in, and we appreciate everything Calvin's done to continue to support the track and continue to move it forward in the right direction. Wilson Outdoor, those are friends of mine that built the billboard on site. We appreciate them. Lime Biscuit out of Carrollton helped us design our logos, along with a lot of different things they done there, so we appreciate them. Mitchum's Auto Parts, which is in Lafayette, that's the Napa. Mark Mitchum, if you hadn't met him, if you ever need anything, this is the kind of guy he is. He's like, Jamie, there's a key, such and such, go down there and get whatever you need and write it down, son, and send me a check. Well, there's not many places in the world that you can do that anymore, but Lafayette, Alabama is still that kind of place when you trust somebody and get to know them. So I appreciate Mark and his friendship. Sunshine Heating and Air, Sanders Logging, we appreciate what they done with the hobby race last year. Barry Perry with the mini stock series for the big race we had for David Brackett, who was my friend, who also passed. Appreciate Mr. Perry doing that. And West Pro, JCB, Wesley Scott, we appreciate everything he's done for the track. He did when we had the race, the hobby race for Eric's grandfather. That was a good deal, and we appreciate what he done there. And then we appreciate Travis. Travis has also got some awards tonight we're going to give out when we give out the rest of these awards, and we appreciate Travis. Miss Felicia Brock right there, she constantly helps us at the track, promotes the track. whoever scratched her car, if I find the son of a bitch, we're gonna whoop him. And then Mr. Chris Dysis. Will you stand up, Chris, please? Mr. Chris Dysis lives across the road. If you have anything you need fixed, from the space shuttle to a weed eater, he can fix it. I've only met a few people in my life that have like a God-given gift for fixing something. Bub Driver was my partner. He's passed in the dump trucks. Mr. Chris Dysis right there. If you need it fixed, he can fix it. He can fix anything. And he's helped at the racetrack from a weed eater to the water truck pump to the clutch in the tow truck to every Crown Vic that wouldn't run to flat tires. And he's one of the kindest men. If you get an opportunity to meet him, he's my friend now. And I've only known him for about September of 2022. But men like him are far and few between. So if you get an opportunity to meet him, if you got something that's broke down, you stop before you get to the racetrack on the left where all the lawnmowers, weed eaters, Polaris's are sitting, and he'll take care of your stuff at a reasonable price, far better than any shop you take it to anywhere in the country. Thank you, Chris, for what you do. Miss Jennifer tonight's here from Jennifer's Dirt Life. We appreciate her being here tonight, recording this for us. And so the racing community can see it.